How did you first begin photographing architecture? I mean, I read online somewhere that it started off with a relationship with Rem Koolhaas.
Yeah, that was also kind of by total accident. In 2004, like I had a good friend here from Amsterdam, Lok Jans, who's an architect, illustrator, and yeah, he was working at the time with Rem on an exhibition, The History of Europe.
Mm.
This exhibition, which was traveling around, was in Brussels, a kind of large round tent, and I saw him working on that and telling me about it, and I thought, hey, I was at the time also experimenting some with some panoramic photography, like the 360 degrees and kind of interactive ways to use photography. Um, Basically what you see nowadays in the Google Street
Mm.
View, but for the time it was uh, uh, quite new. So I thought it could be interesting to use that for this exhibition to represent it in a different way. I made a little proposal for that. He showed it to Rem. Rem was interested in it. I got sent it a bit around, but kind of it was a very interesting moment for the office also at the time. I had no clue about architecture, basically. Uh, but he saw my other work, and I think he saw something in there what he could apply in a different way to architecture. And it was a time, yeah, there were a lot of projects finishing at the time, like Seattle, the Public Library, IIT in Chicago, Porto, the Casa de Musica, and Berlin, the Embassy.
Hmm.
And they were working on this special issue for Domus magazine, and he basically said, "Okay, you fly there and photograph these places." And I said, "Sure, I can." And that's kind of how it started. And from kind of that day, it never stopped, and it suddenly became all architects. Yeah,
Well,
surrounding me.
I was going to ask, when you had made this miniature proposal, did you know who Rem Koolhaas was? I mean, his status in the architecture world? Because all of our listeners,
Yeah,
most of them are designers, so Rem Koolhaas is at the top,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I know a little bit. Like he's well known here in the Netherlands,
Yep.
also outside the architecture scene. But I, for the rest, no, not really. I had hardly an idea what it
That's
entails.
funny.